Hello everyone, it's your boy Crispin Rappy here live. How you guys doing? It's another beautiful episode of Crispin's 360, and of course, as usual, I'm here to discuss something with you guys. In fact, not even discussion, I'm here to actually give you guys some tips on how to make your life a little bit better here in Europe. So without time being wasted, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hello guys, welcome back to Crispin's 360, and of course, once again, welcome to my channel. Here we're going to be talking about something very interesting today. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and subscribe to my channel, of course. And the new ones, please, you're welcome to this channel. And of course, the old ones, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. And of course, I see all your questions, and sometimes it's so much that I want to answer, but I don't get. Be rest assured that if I have time, I'm going to answer all of your questions. So keep the questions coming. So today, okay, so guys, listen, you know, I like to do things about Europe and staying in Belgium and all that. This is what I'm skilled in, so I like to talk about these things. So today, our topic for today is how you can live in Europe and travel on a budget basis. Okay, so I don't want to put this into any category or something, so I'm going to just give you like the whole rundown in a very short way. So look, especially for we Africans, or maybe for those people moving into Belgium, it could be from America, Australia, and then the Middle East, all coming to live in Belgium. Aside from the free borderless restrictions, Europe is actually one of the places that you can actually travel to different countries for as low as 20 euros. Yes, you can get it as low as 20 euros. I'm a victim, and in fact, I am a victim, and in fact, I'm a witness. I've done this before, and I've been doing this. When I watch some of my YouTube videos, all those shows that I made, I wasn't going to pay for like 500 euros, like expensive flights. No. If you live in Europe, we have a lot of budget airlines whereby you can travel with all these things. So today, we are going to go into all these things, okay? So let's start. Now, if you have a phone, you just have to download 2 apps. You can even download 3 apps if you want to. The first app is called Cheap Flight. Yes. And the second one is called Kayak. Kayak, you know? And the third one is called Skyscanner. Now, these 3 apps or website, whatever, you know, if you're a frequent traveler, you probably know about these apps. Yes, the Cheap Flight, the Skyscanner, the Kayak. Now, these 3 apps are made for cheap flight. If you want to fly, or if you want to book your flights and hotel and all that, rental of cars and everything, this app has all in one. So you are not just booking a flight, you can also book your accommodation, and you can also book your car rentals. Now, on a budget traveler, let's just assume that for me, okay, I'll put myself into the picture, because when I travel, it's 2 things. It's either I'm going for luxury or I'm going for adventure. Most of the times I go for adventure, because I think I've done a luxury and then it wasn't really my style. And I think now, ever since I discovered that I'm an adventurous traveler, I'm actually enjoying that side of the movement. So let's just get into the storyline now. So listen, a lot of, like I said, all these 3 apps has a lot of things to offer you. So let's just assume that you want to travel. Now listen, before you travel, you always have to ask yourself, are you a luxury traveler or are you an adventurous traveler? Let's just say, in other words, a budget traveler. Because the thing is, you have to know where you stand, or your lifestyle also helps when it comes to these things. Okay, so when you go on this site that I talked about, or these apps that I talked about, you can actually just put your location, like the nearest airport to where you are staying or where you want to fly from. You understand? Then you go down on the app, there's a place, it's being written anywhere. Now when you click on anywhere, let's just assume that you're in Europe, okay? You can either click on anywhere or Europe. They have a column for Europe and also a column for anywhere. You can choose whatever. Both of them are actually the same thing, actually. So listen, when you choose anywhere, it will give you a lot of like travel dates that you can travel. Now here is the thing. Yeah, I know if you're a student, because of classes and examination and all that, you don't have time to do that. That is why they have something we call flexible travelers. If you are flexible and you can travel at any day, personally, Crispin, when I'm traveling, I do not care about the day I'm traveling, because the thing is, I can travel in the winter, summer, autumn, spring. I do not have a specific time I really want to travel. I only travel when I can travel. I don't know if it makes sense. Yeah, but of course, I travel when I want to travel. I'm not traveling because, oh, I want to go to a summer, like a beach country to go and swim. The thing is, I can't even swim. That is the truth. I don't even know. I can swim though, but I don't consider myself a big swimmer. You understand? So when I'm traveling, I don't look at these things. I just want to explore and then live like a local, or act like a local, or think like a local. I want to be like that, so I'm going to the country. You understand? So here's the thing. So when you go into these apps, they give you the flexible dates, the dates you think you can travel. Something they can give you like, and usually when they give you the date, it's actually cheaper. That's the good thing about it. When they give you the date, it's actually cheaper. But when you choose your preferred date, of course, it's going to be a little bit expensive. But of course, within Ryanair and Wizz Air in Europe, they are the budget airlines that we know here. So trust me, you can also download Ryanair and also Wizz app on your phone for future references. But for now, let's just stick to the 3 apps that I mentioned, because usually most of the airlines are Ryanair and Wizz Air. Obviously, that's what you're going to be flying with. So let's look into that, of course. And now, so you have booked your flights, you really want to look, maybe you have friends who can host you there, which would be a good thing for you. But if you don't have friends, now that's where we get into the accommodation system. Accommodation is the step 2. Now the step 2, if you don't have anybody and you really want to stay in hotels, why do you want to stay in a hotel? Listen, here's the thing. In Europe, it is made in a way that you can actually stay in any way. You can actually camp. People can host you. You can actually find hostels. People stay in hostels. Sometimes I stay in hostels. And now, if you're looking for an accommodation on the same app, you have to go back. You know where you search for the flights, you see a little bit of flight sign there. The next one is the bed sign, like the bed means accommodation, B&B, something like that, like Airbnb. So you click on that and then you just put in, automatically you see that the date that you chose for your flight is actually there already. But if you want to change it, you can actually change it as well. Then you put in your date of traveling and return ticket, basically. So they'll give you a lot of options. Now here's the thing. Your best bet is to choose the hostel, because hostels for students is a budget place. Now listen, you are not going to stay there for the rest of your day. The thing is, you are going to explore, you understand? So you just want a place to sleep and relax, not a place to stay the whole day. So hostels are actually very affordable and very friendly. Now personally, I choose hostel because with the hostels, I'm a very sociable person. Obviously, you know, I'm a very friendly person. In fact, I'm an extrovert, you understand? So I make a lot of friends when I stay in hostels. Now, I choose hostel because I'm not an introvert. I can make friends very easily. But if you think you are an introvert, I would suggest you look for a hotel or Airbnb. That is if you can afford. But if you're very sociable like me, you like to meet other foreigners, you know, just try to, you know, network and all that, I suggest or I recommend to you, go for the hostels. When you go for the hostels, it's the best. It's a very cheap place to stay. Most people like to stay in hostels. Now, I've seen doctors, like high professionals, and even backpackers, like solo travelers. They all like to stay in hostels. It is the best. You can actually make your food there if you want to, or you can actually buy food from the outside and eat. Of course, it's your own choice. It's because most of the hostels, they have like a kitchen. You can actually make your own food if you want to. So look into that. Now, somebody might ask budget wise. Now, for me personally, I live in Belgium, so I'm going to use Belgium as a way to explain my experiments. Okay, so listen, you know, Western Europe is a little bit expensive. You know, it's a very like the cost of living is very expensive to live in the Western Europe. Okay, but when you go to the Eastern Europes and then the Balkans, now when I say Balkans, I'm talking about like Albania, you know, Greece, Czech Republic, Bulgaria, you know, and they're a little bit less expensive, but there are more things to do. See, sometimes I think we should stop the high profile cities that we want to be traveling to. You know, I don't want to mention any countries. Of course, for the first time when I came to Belgium, I did Paris, I did Amsterdam, I did Berlin, in fact I did all the top-notch, you know, cities, and I realized that no, man, we always tend to go to all these public or very touristic or very popular places that we always like to go to, but we always ignore the lesser ones. So please, try to broaden your horizon. Don't just stay in the popular cities. Try to go into the other cities that people are not really going to, because trust me, there's more things to do there. Their nightlife is dope. Like if you like to like party like me, if you're a party animal, trust me, you should try the Balkans. You should try the Balkans. You will love Balkans. I was there and trust me, they never disappoint. Trust me, they never disappoint. And yes, the food too is very great. So look into all this. Don't be going to the expensive. Look, there are some, like Switzerland is very expensive. Paris is very expensive. But this thing, people still go there all the time. I'm not saying I don't go to Paris or Switzerland or Zurich or, you know, like Amsterdam or, you know, Berlin. They are all nice places. But of course, you cannot compare Western to Eastern Europe. Western Europe is a little bit expensive. Eastern Europe is more affordable. So look into all these things. Now, this video I'm making today is actually for the students coming to Europe to study. Don't just stick here, because I know you guys have like 20 hours per week. You know, you work, you have some money. Book your flight in advance. You don't have to book in the next week. No, I'm not saying that. But For the students or people who are just like working here, moving from the expat, basically expatriates, I've been here and I do this all the time. Like I told you guys, if I have any information, I'll run to my channel and give you all the tips. Okay, if you live in Belgium, you can actually fly from Charleroi. Charleroi has like a lot of cheap tickets. Of course, how do you get to Charleroi? You can take the train, which I won't advise you. We have something we call Flipco buses. It's like an airport shuttle. They pick you from Brussels or Antwerp and Ghent, and they can actually take you straight to the airport in Charleroi. Because of course, if you want to fly in Zaventem airport, it's very expensive, but if you want to fly in Charleroi, it's very cheap. That's why everybody flies these days, you know, because it's cheaper. And most of this Ryanair and then Wizz Air, they fly from that place, that airport, not from Zaventem. I mean, some fly from Zaventem, but most of them, they fly from the Charleroi airport. So please, don't just stay. If you just imagine you are here to study for like 4 years degree program, whatever program you're going to be doing here, don't just stay only in Belgium. Try to explore, and then of course, the more you explore, the more you like your knowledge becomes to widen. That's what I've come to realize in Europe here. Don't just stick and stay wherever you are. Traveling is a very beautiful thing. You don't have to break the bank to travel. There are so many ways you can travel. If you have any help or if you have any questions about this this topic, you can always send me a DMs. Of course, just leave your questions under this video, and of course I'm going to answer you. You can get as low as 20 euros cheaper to go to Milan, to Italy, to France, to Albania, to Greece, to Turkey. Like when you have time, just go into it and check. Of course, if you want to travel in December, it's a little bit expensive. You know, in December is the Christmas season. Everybody wants to travel and all that, so of course it's expensive. But of course, you can go to the nearby country. So I didn't even know this. I had to do my research to find out this, but here I am giving it to you guys for free. You know, because I love you guys, my Crispinators. I love you guys, of course. So this is my video for today. If you have any questions about traveling in Europe on a budget, please send me your questions and I'm going to answer you. I love you guys, and on to the next episode of Crispin 360. I am out of here.